The new procurator seems to be a queer person. I depend upon you, sir, to see that I get justice," the merchant said. The Bodhisattva pondered over the problem for a while and said, "When you go to court tomorrow to receive the value for your horses, ask the procurator what he is going to pay. When he says, 'a measure of rice,' ask him what the value of a measure of rice is. Let us see what will happen next. I too shall be in the court." The merchant put his faith in the Bodhisattva, thanked him and took his leave. Next day, in court, the merchant addressed the procurator and said, "You bought from me 500 horses of the best variety. May I know before witness what I am going to be paid for them?" "A measure of rice." "Of course. I told you so yesterday," replied the procurator. This reply amazed everyone in the court, including the king. The merchant put his next question, "And may I know before witness what the value of a measure of rice may be?" "Ah, anyone can tell you that. The value of a measure of rice is exactly equal to the value of the kingdom of Banaras and her dependencies," said the procurator. Like anyone who is considered to be a good bargainer, the procurator was exaggerating the value of what he was paying and depreciating what he was buying. But being a born fool, he overdid it. That was all. The entire court resounded with peals of laughter at the stupidity of the procurator. Some of them even made jokes about it by estimating how many kingdoms each one of them could buy with rice stored in their houses, in how many days a good eater could gobble up a kingdom, and so on. The only person who could not enjoy the joke were the foolish procurator and the ashamed king who employed him. The only person who could not enjoy the joke were the foolish procurator and the ashamed king who employed him. The Bodhisattva decided to put a stop to this jocularity. He stood up and said, "Do not mock at a man for his ignorance. When a man is entrusted with a job for which he is not qualified, he is bound to make laughing stock of himself sooner or later. It is not this poor fellow's fault that he was made the procurator." The king raised his head and said, "The fault was mine, O Bodhisattva. I have learnt my lesson. No one can do wrong except the king." The king at once removed the new man from the job of procurator and put the Bodhisattva back in his place.